Today we'll look at on-screen comments and how to add them to your live stream or podcast in Ecamm. Okay, so now that we are in Ecamm, we're going to test. The first thing we want to do is test the placement of the comment or the on-screen comment so that we see where it lays out on the screen or what area it shows up on the screen. So we want to test that to see where it lays out. And as you can see, I have both the horizontal and the vertical mode. So that's something to keep in mind. If you have both horizontal and vertical mode that you're going to be going live in, you want to test both areas. And to do that, first, we want to go to our overlays menu here at the top, and we want to select add placement comment overlay. Now we can add this to both screens so that we can see it at the same time, but I'm just going to add it to the horizontal screen because we need to edit it. We can change the colors, we can change fonts, but once you're done with it on the horizontal screen, then you can duplicate it so that it looks the same on your vertical. So I'm just going to say add to horizontal screen. Now, as you can see, that comment came sliding in on the screen, and actually it's fine where it's at. I can leave it there. It's centered, and I want to just show you some settings in here. So you can change the color of this. There's so many things you can do with this. Now, what I've done is I've added a transition. That's why it came in from the left. I have it set to fly in from the left. So there's different transitions that you can select. I'm just going to leave it at that. I also added a shadow just because I like how it looks with a shadow on it. And I'm going to leave this as in. Actually, I'm going to just kind of lighten that comment up just so that you can see through it a little more. And that's just changing the color of it. Okay, I'm okay with this comment. So because I want everything as it is on the horizontal, I'm going to duplicate this and add it to the vertical. So we just right click and you select duplicate the vertical screen. Now it's going to be the same size. So what we need to do is we need to shrink it down. Let me just move that out the way. And I'm just going to come here and shrink this down so that it looks lined up. Now center it. Okay, so it's centered. All right, so now we're going to add our comments, and that's what it's going to look like and come in on the vertical, and that's what it's going to look like on the horizontal. So that looks perfect. And so now what we want to do is we want to, before we go live, so we're testing all of this before we go live, so that's why you want to test all of this out so that you can see how your comment is placed, where it's placed on the screen, and so that everything looks good. So we're testing this out before we go live. So now we can close this. Now we want to make sure that our destinations are set up. So wherever you're going live, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you want to make sure you already have your destinations set up. So let's show you where that is. In order to test the destinations, all you have to do is select this star wheel. I already have it set here, but if you go here to destinations, you can see I already have some destinations set, but if you need to add a destination, you're just going to select add and pick your destination. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just go through the settings, and it should get your account set up or your destination set up and established. And so once you do that, then you're about ready to test it live. And I can show you that and what it looks like when you actually go live. So let's look at that. There's also a setting to look at for comments in our settings. So we want to go to our preferences, and under the general tab right here, it shows automatically hide comment overlays after 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, when you show a comment on screen, it's going to automatically hide that comment or make it go away. So you can change this to whatever you want, or however many seconds you want. I leave it at I think 30 seconds is enough to leave it on the screen, but you can also hide it yourself after so long with the hide button, which is over here. So just want to show you that, because that's a setting that you may want to look at when it comes to your on-screen comments. So you adjust that time or those seconds however you feel or however you choose. Okay, so now we're going to do actually a live test. So I'm going to go live and I'm going to add a comment, and I want to show you where it's going to show up when you're actually live and how you can share it on the screen. And so the comments are going to come in right here in this comments and reactions menu box, and that's where they're going to come in. So I'm going to go live and type in a few comments, and I'll show you how we can share those on the screen. All right, so we are live, and I am just testing some comments. So I'm gonna just type in some comments. All right, so here while we're live. Let's see. So we're doing some testing some comments. Okay. So I just put in 3 comments, and this is where they will show up here on the screen in Ecamm. Now, when you want to share those comments on the screen, you'll just select this. Select the face or the image and add to broadcast. And there it goes. Shows up on the screen. Now it looks a little smaller than what I had in the test, but of course with Ecamm you can adjust things live. Now I can move this over, but that's all you have to do is highlight the avatar and share it on the screen. You can also star a comment. Like I'm gonna start this one because August is the greatest. Hey, looks like Mr. Michael Flemings is online here with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. You're gonna be in my tutorial that I have, but we'll start his comment too. So when you start comments, you can, if you get a bunch of comments, you can go back to those that you start, and then all you have to do is go to favorites, and then it'll just show all of those ones that you favorited. That way you can kind of filter comments out. But these are all the comments, and so I have those starred, so I can go back to those. And again, if I want to share those on the screen, I'm going to share Michael Fleming's comment, and there it is. Yeah, how are you, Mr. Michael Flemings? Thank you for being here. Let's see, he says, what is Facebook multi-platform creators? Can tell me what this is about? I'm not sure what your question is. Multi-platform? Are you talking about like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? I'm not sure what you mean. Put your comment in there. And as you see, the comment went away because I have it set for 30 seconds. So it's automatically going to go away. But if I want to bring that comment back, I can do that. Share it on either one of these screens, or I can just go here, share his comment, and share it to both. So that's how you would share comments on the screen live. You just select the avatar, and then it'll show up on screen. And as you can see, we did our placement beforehand, and it's showing up pretty much how we wanted it, the color and all of that. So that's how you would share the comments live on screen. And that, my friends, is how you add comments on screen live in Ecamm on your live stream or podcast. If this video was helpful for you, you can always support the channel by liking this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you always watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.